Welcome aboard, Feeling Naughty. So it's a good Wednesday, June 3rd, I believe. So I wanted to give you a tour of our engine compartment with the twin 6.2 liter Mercruiser Big Block Big Boy engine. So, and the engine compartment. So let's go ahead and take a look. As you can see here, I got twin engines. I got a generator in the middle. And let's walk down here. And I'll give you a tour of the maintenance items that you have to do on this boat. That generator has been really awesome. It's a 7.3 kilowatt Kohler generator. It actually works like a champ. So pre-trip checklist that you have to do on a boat each time is check coolant levels in the generator, oil in the generator over here. You got the coolant, the heat exchanger right here. These heat exchangers are still good. Check coolant in each one, make sure they're topped off. The oil right here and right here. And the maintenance items that I've done on this is I replaced the manifolds and risers. This is the riser right here on each one, and the manifolds are right below that. So the manifolds have coolant from the engine, so it's just regular antifreeze basically going through this. And then the riser, you have the hose from the heat exchanger, and that's raw water. And I have sea strainers for my generator, which is right there. And back here, I got two sea strainers, one for the starboard engine and one for the port engine. And you always have to check these every once in a while if you go out. I have the sea cocks over here. 1, 2, you can't see the other one over here, 3. This is the one for the generator. This is my standard transducer that goes off the fish finder. The transducer that I installed is way over here, next to the bilge pump. And there's just a little water. It's just rainwater coming in here. These engines have V drives in them. And another maintenance item checklist is the dipstick for the transmission, one on either side. So you got to check the transmission levels as well. I replaced the oil filter just recently, about 10 hours ago, or less than 10 hours ago. So these are the oil filters. The fuel filter was down here next to the fuel pump. So these are good. My trim tab hydraulic units here that goes to the trim tab, and one of the maintenance items that I did was way back here. You can't even see it. See that bilge pump down there? So I replaced that bilge pump and the wiring, I mean the plumbing. It goes all the way up into the transom door. You can't even see it from here. And then it goes out there. That's only 12 inches from the water line. And the back ass end of the boat goes down when I'm on plane, so it would suck in water, and this would just go straight down there from the hose that was installed. I don't know why the previous owner didn't do that. So other things on the engine that I replaced, the raw water pump on each engine is down here, and they're easy to get to. This one easier than the other one, but replace that, the pulley, the belt, the thermostat to the engine, replace the thermostat, the water pump for the internal cooling system I replaced, which is right down there. Oh yeah, the spark plugs, when I had the manifolds and risers off, replaced the spark plugs and coils for each. So these were never replaced, so I decided to go ahead and replace them, which was good. So I'm gonna definitely start up the engines and let them run for a few minutes. So let's go get the keys. Let's go see if this big beast starts up. All right. It's definitely a nice boating day today. It's a little cloudy, not too windy, but let's see if this thing cranks over. And I'll tell you the steps after we crank it up, what you have to look for on it. So we just go ahead, and I think this is the key for Starboard engine. Yep. This is the key for the port engine. Let's crank her up. Yeah, starboard engine came on. Port engine. Alright, so let's go check to see if the water's coming out. You always have to check the side of the boat and you can see the water coming out. Just a little rust because I replaced it about a year ago. They last 3 to 5 years, the risers and manifolds. Go to the other side. Make sure that I cranked up. There. Going good. So you can see the water coming out of there. So it's very important because if water was not coming out of these engines, that means there's something wrong with the seacock, to the sea strainer, to your raw water pump. Maybe the impeller might have gone bad. I replace the impeller on this once a year. So these are beautiful engines. Very, very good engines. And I'm not going to start the generator because I'm attached to shore power right now, but that runs like a champ. So if you ever want to go 500 miles across Florida, definitely maintain your engines. Change everything on a maintenance schedule. Luckily, my heat exchangers are perfectly fine. That's an expensive thing to replace and repair. So hopefully they hold up on me. I think that'd be probably, if anything breaks on me, it would be the heat exchangers. But you just always, every trip, check everything. And let's go up and see how the RPM gauges are doing. Running at idle right now, and the oil temperature's coming up. Takes a little while for the coolant temperature to rise, but both engines are good. I got batteries for each bank. I have 3 batteries, 2 for the house bank, 1 for the generator dedicated. So running good and clean. So let me go downstairs. I'm going to take a few minutes and just take a drink. I'm gonna have my pearls of wisdoms downstairs, so stay tuned. Okay, my pearls of wisdoms today come from, I'm gonna butcher this name, so bear with me. Bang Muki Hab Yarimana, Pearls of Eternity. So it's perfect with Tony's Pearls of Wisdom. You have to have Pearls of Eternity. So he says, success in life is not for those who run fast, but for those who keep running and always on the move. This comes to a great point. You don't just run fast, because a lot of people, they run fast and they stop, and they're like, well, I almost made it, or I beat it today, and I don't have to work on it tomorrow. But you have to keep running, keep on the move. It's all about movement. Movement is life. Always have to succeed in life, you don't just win one battle, you have to win the war. Each battle of your goals, so think of a battlefield of all your goals, and the success is winning the battle and victory. Well, if you run fast on your first goal and you meet your first goal and then you stop, you won't succeed, you won't win the battle. So I'm hanging out at the Conch house Marina tonight. I love my pearls of wisdom. I need to keep quotes coming. It's very important that I came out today because I haven't run the engines in about a week since we last took it out. So looking here, everything's still good. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Well, you know, I could take out the boat today, but I'm by myself. It's kind of a big boat to take out yourself. So remember, if you're gonna buy a boat, make sure you only get what you can handle. I mean, I could probably handle this myself in really calm seas, but if you don't have deckhands and you're trying to park the boat, it's torture. This thing is huge. This thing is a beast. So I'm going to make another video just dedicated to the cost of boat ownership, and some of you might be amazed by the cost. Well, what do they say? boat, break out another 1,000. Sometimes it's breaking out another 10,000. Not to that point yet. I don't have to replace those engines in there. So that's why you maintain your equipment. You maintain your equipment like I'm doing right now. Let's go check out the engines again. Still running good and clean. So, really good engines. Thumbs up to Tony's maintenance. I put thousands of dollars into work. So, I mean, I've invested maybe, I don't know, $30,000 just to maintain this boat. Well, I knew I was getting myself into, and that's what the next video is going to be about. It's about making sure when you buy your boat, you do a proper survey on it, and you know exactly what you're buying. Because a lot of people just buy sight unseen. They're like, oh my God, it's a boat. Don't do that. I did all my research. I spent $1,200 just on a survey. Actually, it was $1,400 with the addendum to it. But I'm just going to be here hanging out, making sure engines are running good, and I'll talk at you guys tomorrow. Oh, and if you like these videos, definitely hit the like and subscribe button. Talk to you soon.